As Christian reflected on this troubling encounter, he spotted two men tumbling over the wall on the left-hand side of the narrow way. They hurried to catch up to him. The name of the one was Formalist, and the name of the other Hypocrisy. Like I said, they caught up to Christian, and he started a conversation with them. "Gentlemen," Christian said, "where do you come from and where are you going?" Formalist and Hypocrisy explained that they were born in the land of vain glory and were going to Mount Zion to receive praise. Christian looked from one man to the other and asked, "Why didn't you enter at the gate which is located at the beginning of this way? Don't you know that it is written, 'He who does not enter by the door into the fold of the sheep, but climbs up some other way, he is a thief and a robber'?" John 10, verse 1. "That may be true," they said. "However, our countrymen have agreed that this gate you mentioned is too far away. So we usually just make a shortcut of it and climb over the wall at this point, just as we have done." Christian looked at the wall and back at his new traveling companions. "Won't this custom of yours be looked at as a trespass against the Lord of the celestial city to which we are headed, and so be considered a violation against his revealed will?" Formalist and Hypocrisy said, "You don't have to trouble yourself about that. Our manner of climbing over the wall is a well-established custom. In fact, many witnesses have testified that it is an accepted route, which has been well established. The real question is, will your established practice stand up to investigation in a court of law?" Christian asked. "We believe so," the two men assured Christian. "Our tradition has been accepted for a long time, more than 1,000 years. Without a doubt, it will be admitted as a legal ordinance by any impartial judge. And from a practical standpoint, what difference does it make how we get on this way as long as we get onto it? If we are in, we are in. From what you've told us, you're in by way of the wicket gate, and we by tumbling over the wall. So what makes your present condition any better than ours?" "I walk by the rule of my master," Christian explained. "You, however, walk by the uninformed working of your imagination. You are already considered thieves by the Lord of the way. Therefore, I have little doubt that you will not be found to be legitimate travelers at the end of the way. You entered by your own devices, without his direction, and you will leave by yourselves without his mercy." To this they made almost no answer, other than to tell Christian to mind his own business. Then in my dream, I saw each of the men continue to walk with Christian without talking much with one another, except that they explained their laws and ordinances to Christian. "We are as conscientious in obeying them as you," they said. "Therefore, we don't see where you differ from us, except for the coat you are wearing. Most likely, that was provided by your neighbors to hide your shameful nakedness." Their words troubled young Christian. He said, "You will not be saved by obedience to laws and ordinances, since you did not come in by the door. Knowing that a man is not justified by the works of the law, but through faith in Christ Jesus. Even we have believed in Christ Jesus, so that we may be justified by faith in Christ, and not by the works of the law, since by the works of the law no flesh will be justified." Galatians chapter 2, verse 16. "And as for this coat I wear, it was given to me by the Lord of the place where I go, the celestial city." You are right that it was given to me to cover my nakedness. And let me say that I accepted it as a token of kindness to me, for I had been dressing in nothing but rags. Besides, it brings me comfort as I travel. I think about how the Lord will recognize me when I come to the gate of the celestial city, because I wear His coat, a coat He gave me freely in the day that He stripped me of my rags. And perhaps you didn't notice it, but I have a mark on my forehead. One of my Lord's most intimate associates placed it there the day my burden fell off my shoulders. I'll tell you this too. They also gave me a sealed scroll to read for comfort as I go on the way. I was told to turn it in at the celestial gate as a token of my authorization to enter. However, I doubt you want any of these things, since you didn't enter in at the gate. When he said this, they didn't answer him, but only looked at each other and burst out laughing. Then I watched as they all pressed on, but Christian walked on ahead of them. He decided to walk alone and not to talk with these strangers any longer. Instead, he talked to himself, sometimes with great sighs, and sometimes voicing contentment. As he traveled, he was often refreshed by reading the scroll that one of the shining ones had given him.